Hello folks, welcome back. In this lecture, I am going to create a new job that is for second demo project, but that code is not yet available in our GitHub repository. So we need to push our code into our GitHub repository, then only we can build it from the Jenkins, because Jenkins can able to pull the code from the source code management. So for that purpose, I'm going to create a new repository called second demo project so that we can update our code over here. So new, I'm going to create a second demo project. Okay, this is the name I'm giving. Let it be public and create a repository. And even I'm going to my Maven server. Here we have created our second demo project. Go inside to that. So convert this one into a Git repository. For that, git init dot, which means that we are converting this into a local repository. Now I'm going to associate my remote repository with the local repository. For that, we just need to execute this command. Go back. So we have associated our local repo with remote repo. And one more thing, git, I think I have removed the target directory over here. Anyway, we don't want to push target directory onto the GitHub because we will take the source code and build wherever we want. And this source code should contains enough information what is required to build the application. That is where our pom.xml is helping us. Anyway, git add dot git status. So we are adding all these files to our remote repository. Git commit -m initial commit. So we have committed our changes into our local repository. Next thing is we need to push our code into remote repository. For that, git push origin master. Okay, I'm just pushing our code onto remote repository. Now it's asking for the remote repository credentials. So revd. Okay, so I have committed my changes. Now if I go and refresh, I could able to see our code over here. Once our code is here, it is very easy to build from our Jenkins server. Just to take the URL of our remote repository, go back and create a new item. And this time, second demo project, I'm naming it, and Maven project. Go here and restrict this to run on specific system, that is Maven build server. Next thing, Git. Usually we name it as a agent or client. Okay, so URL is this one, and we don't require any credentials, and it is master branch, I hope. Yes, and go back and clean install. Okay, same thing I'm doing, and apply, save. Now let's build it and we'll see what happens. So I'm opening the build output. Yes, it could able to successfully execute our goals, and some packages it couldn't able to find in our local repository, so it is pulling from the central repository. It may take a while. All right, we have successfully completed our build process from Jenkins. Again, this build happened on Maven, and if I go to my Maven/home Jenkins directory, here under workspace you can see the one more project, that is second project. And the tree, if I do, you can see the var file. So this var file we can deploy wherever we want. This is a web application. Again, we have a Tomcat server, right? We can deploy it onto the Tomcat server, but that can be done through the Jenkins. We don't do it with the Maven. Maybe I have already covered that in my DevOps project. You can check it out. How does it work? But this is how we can use Maven to do all the build activities. But we don't execute commands directly on the Maven. Once it is set up and working fine, we will be managing Maven with the Jenkins. I hope it has given a clear idea how to work with Maven as a developer and as a DevOps engineer. In next video, I will be talking about learning path. Once you have learned Maven, what things you can learn to shape up your career. That we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Thanks for watching and see you there.